Hey guys, welcome to another day in my life. This is episode 11, and on episode 11 we're just going to do mom things. As you know, not every day is a day where you can just be a boss babe. There must be a day where you can just catch up when you are behind, and the truth is we are always behind as mother. No matter how well put together we appear to be, there'll always be something that we push onto tomorrow. And no shame, but that is why this video is literally almost 2 months too late to be uploaded. I know I completely screwed up and I'm so sorry, but life kind of came crashing down on me all at once and I got way too busy to take you guys along with me. However, the good news is I did continue to record. I just did not have time to edit, so now that I have some time, and I decided to kind of finish the series that I wanted to work on. The first thing that I'm doing today is filming a new property that I will be trying to rent out. The last renter just moved out and I'll be going inside to film this for a client of mine that is interested in a 4-bedroom. Now, I disclose everything to my client and they know the apartment won't look like this in the end. I usually do an early filming to help them see if the space is adequate enough for them prior to them coming to look at the apartment and doing the paperwork for the landlord. And in this competitive market, I always allow all of my 4-bedroom clients to, compete evenly. I would send the same video to all 4, and the first that comes to the apartment, do their paperwork first, gets it. This has always been my policy, first come, first serve. And this is my trick up my sleeve in order to rent out these apartments super fast. Like literally, you give me an apartment, it will be rented that same month. A matter of fact, I didn't show it on the video, but after I record the video, even prior to me editing this video, I actually got a call from one of my clients who was in an emergency to move. She told me that she wanted to meet me here to look at the apartment while it's undone, and that client actually got the apartment even before I showed this to my other 4 clients. I know a lot of you guys are in your 20s and are itching to travel, and I support that 100%. I honestly feel it is great because I took time to go out there and live, and that made my transition to becoming a mom and an employer so much more easier. There's not much out there that interests me nowadays, and I don't get sway when I see my friends still living a single life to the fullest. I'm at a happy part of my life, and this is a great place to build from, even if there aren't many friends that I could share my thoughts or time with. And the friends that could relate to me are also too busy for me because they're also mom and a boss babe. And I guess that's kind of my day, showings, editing, and just lease signing, I guess. And with the time that I do have, I kind of squeeze it in with mom chores. And the first mom chore that we're doing today is grocery shopping, and because I have young kids, to me, fresh grocery and just, being creative with new food choice is always a struggle. Bring me to my next point of what life as a mom is actually like. I know people put off on starting a family and having kids due to their dreams being more important, and honestly that's okay. You do what's right for you. But for me, I put myself, my goals, my dream aside and have children first because I want to have children while I'm still healthy and I can work out the energy to do so. But that's my plan and my preference, and I'm not trying to push this on anyone. We make time for what we find matter most to us, and to me, on my day off, I'd rather go grocery shopping and redecorate my house rather than hang out with my friend, because that's my personal space where I spend 80% of my time at home. It matters most because it's where I'm with my little munchkin. And when I'm not spending time with family and being a mom, I would work on my career and family business. I guess when you're busy, you don't have time to think about a lot of things that makes you unhappy. You're always on the go, and it honestly feels like you blink and the whole day is over.
I bought plum. That's not plum, is it?
It's grapes. They're so big they look like plums.
Don't do that to me.
So my client has the lease as well as the payment, so now I'm going to do a key exchange, but before that I have to go there and film the end result just so everything is clear, so that the client doesn't come back and say, oh, this was broken or that was broken. So it's kind of like a proof video.
Yeah, it's a polyurethane.
It still smells on.
That's what I'm worried about for you.
Alright, here we go. Usually at Key Exchange, I would go there 10 to 15 minutes early to fill, clear up, or call the landlord if I saw a problem that might make this Key Exchange and transaction a little bumpy. I'm the type of agent that would never rent a place to someone that I would not rent out for one of my family member. And my service is what kept me ahead this whole time, virus or not. I don't really spend any money on advertising, and my business card is always my last satisfied client or closing. People introduce me to friends and family, and that has always been my favorite method of advertisement, word of mouth. Anyways, my client showed up, I did the key exchange, everything was perfect, and now I'm heading to my next location where I'll be doing the next key exchange. And you have seen this video tour in another video, a walkthrough of when it wasn't undone and when I was just advertising it. Well, now today is the key exchange, and once again, I am here to do a walkthrough, recording and filming everything in every room, making sure that everything is in its place. There's nothing that could make this transaction bumpy, and then my client is going to show up, pay up, and key exchange, and I hope that she has a smooth transaction to a new home. Obviously, my video does get a little bit repetitive, but this is life. Life is not what you do sometime, but what you do consistently to have what you have daily. I consistently work, slay, and when I can't afford the time, I play. And when I play big and hard, because it's well deserved. Which is why I always promote my viewers to live genuinely, honestly, and in a way that makes them happy. I promote a happy and fulfilling life based on your own standard, and not one created by content creator and social media in order to be quote-unquote happy. Being happy has always been a choice, and if anyone asks if I'm happy being so busy all the time, I would gladly say yes. What is busy to one person is productive and fulfilling to another. This is my way of life. I believe in the effort that I put in because I personally enjoy the fruit of my labor. And take it how you will, but this isn't me flexing on social media. If anything, I should be a living proof that if a college dropout can do it, anyone can. It is never too late to do what you want and to live the life that you think you deserve. It's not bigger than my house, but it makes me want a bigger house. I love being a realtor and all, but sometimes it sucks because like you're showing people all these nice places, you're renting to people all this good place, and you're like, it inspires you to now want another freaking house. Unless you stay in crib, get out of here. Alright, on to my next live showing. I'll be meeting two clients up here, and pretty much whoever decides to take it first gets the apartment. But just in case neither one take it, I'm going to go ahead and do a walkthrough, record it, and hopefully I can give it to the third person. But we're doing a 2-bedroom today. In real estate, don't believe in plan A. Always have B, C, D, all the way to Z exist. Always. This is how big the rooms are and adequately furnished. Here's the first bedroom. Now then, you're going to ask yourself, so how do you rent older building? What are the client like if they're always expecting something nice and fancy and up top? Honestly, there's always something for somebody. An older building just leave a little more room for negotiation between the landlord and the tenants. And I see this job as like a marriage or dating agency, you know? I match the perfect client with the perfect landlord at a reasonable price. And what I'm responsible for is the satisfaction between both sides. Whoa. Yeah, we're gonna fix that. And a little sunroom area that you can use in the closet as well. If not, it's great for a meeting area, which I'm really love. Okay, So after this, I went home, cooked for the kids, they ate, they slept, and now I'm going to do some more work just behind the scene. And I think one of the things that you're gonna have to get used to is the fact that I don't film a lot because I'm always having private conversation with a client, and honestly, I'm never off my phone, and that is why it's been hard to just kind of take you along with me and record, because you'll literally just be watching me being on the phone and looking for things, and that's kind of boring. Some combos are 5 minutes, some are 30, and honestly, it's just one client after the next, and I'm always working down the list trying to solve everybody's problem and answering everybody's questions. And like everybody else, I like getting lost in the sales section because paying less for more. I try to find happiness in the littlest of things, like finding what I like at a sale price because I'm not spending extra money, or if I'm able to save a few dollars here or there. Being able to pinch a few dollars here or there may not seem much, but it really does cover for the extra coffee you may need to have to put in, a few extra hours. Even when I cut down one coffee a day, that's $9 a day, $56 a week, and $224 a month. With $224, can you imagine what you can reinvest it in? I don't know about you, but during the pandemic, I worked through the whole pandemic, and it honestly created a new stream of income for me, a new way of doing work, and another example why, seeding your money out or just throwing a few dollars here or there into a brand new program is a good idea is, in 2017, we threw some money into a crypto account. We didn't know much about it. We just kind of bought it. It was under a penny, okay? It was under a penny. And we threw some money into it, and we opened it up today, and we found out that it grew to $7K from a very minuscule small amount that we threw in. We completely forgot about that small amount of coffee money, but today it became $7K. Do you see what I mean? It jump-started us into cryptocurrency, and it opened a huge new stream of income for my husband and I. So what I'm trying to say is you don't need a whole lot of money to do many things. To me, I like to seed things out by just throwing my seed all over the place. If it grows, great. If it doesn't, it's alright. I can spare a loss of a few $100s here and there for a chance to hit it really big. Because remember, Bitcoin was once $1. What is one Bitcoin worth today? Imagine if you bought $40 worth of them. That 40 Bitcoin that you purchased way back in the 2000s or 2010s, what is that one coin worth today? I'm just saying, multiply and you'll feel sick. I've seen $40,000 to $50,000 grown daily from stocks or crypto in general. And I've seen and stomach $100,000s of dollars in the red and losing money just like that. This game is definitely not for those who's betting their farm on it, but it's definitely worth educating yourself about. You never know. Money can't work for you if you don't know where it's all going. And I know where my money is going, and though you may feel it's improper how I spend it on coffee, from drinking coffee, I was able to extract this lesson to control my money, know where it's going, know where it flows. There is lesson in everything that you do if you take notice of everything that you do.
$34. We should go and get it at BJ. It's cheaper.
Really?
They sell BJ in box.
Oh man, okay, let's do it BJ then. I can wait for another day.
I told you get a BJ. Why did I tell you? Could be
Oh, $24. Did I say how much?
24 is cheap.
$24.99.
How many box?
It's
BJ is more box, I think.
this is good. 5 packs. That's
5
24.
then
Right? So black and white ink. This is great for it.
leave it.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming back. I'll definitely do more tete-a-tete with you guys, as well as a few more day in my life where I can share just my feelings, what I've learned, and hopefully we can both grow together. And I will see you tomorrow on episode 12.